Good evening all. This is Tamilselvan from Great Tamil. So next in the biology session we are going to discuss about the human respiratory system. So first of all you must know what is respiration and types of respiration. So respiration, it is a process by which the food taken through the nutrition gets oxidized and release energy for performing various activities. So during this process, oxygen acquired by the organism from outside of the body and it is used to break down the food material to provide energy to various parts of the body. So it can be also defined as a process of biochemical oxidation of nutrition at cellular level. So what are the types of respiration? So there are two types of respiration. So one is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So now we will learn about the human respiratory system. Like other animals, respiratory system in human beings serves to provide fresh oxygen to all body cells and remove harmful carbon dioxide from the body. So we will learn about the parts and functions of the respiratory system. So first one, nostrils. So the air is taken into the body through the nostrils. It is lined up by fine air and mucus which helps to filter the air entering through it. So second one, the air entering the nostril leads to the nasal passage. It is mainly responsible for the conditioning the air. So next, pharynx. The nasal chamber opens into pharynx. It passes air to the larynx. So larynx is located in the neck region and in front of the trachea. It also produces sound. So trachea is also known as windpipe. The air passes from the pharynx and goes into trachea. Incomplete rings of cartilage keep trachea open, allowing the passage of air to the lungs and also prevent it from collapsing where there is no air in it. So bronchi. So trachea divides into two smaller tubes called bronchi after entering the thoracic cavity, which further extends into the each lungs. So the bronchioles. Bronchi are subdivided into smaller tube called bronchioles. Each bronchiole finally terminates into many alveoli. So the balloon-like structures located inside the lungs is called alveoli. A large number of alveoli increase the surface area for the exchange of gases. So the human alveolar surface when spread can cover area of 80 meters square. So ribs. There are 12 pairs of bones that form a cage in thyroid region. Lungs and heart are safely placed in it. Movement of intercostal muscles attached to the ribs helps in breathing. So next, lungs. So lungs, these are primary organs for respiration which are located on the two sides of heart. So they transport O2 from the atmosphere into the blood and release CO2 from blood to atmosphere. They are enclosed by a protective membrane called pleura. So diaphragm. It is a muscular portion between the thorax and abdomen and forms the base of chest cavity. So during inhalation, it flattens and increases the chest cavity so that the air is sucked into the lungs while it relaxes during exhalation. Human beings take in oxygen from the atmosphere, that is inspiration, and release carbon dioxide in return, expiration. This complete process occurs in breathing. So the mechanism for moving the oxygen and carbon dioxide out in the human beings is termed as gaseous exchange. It gets completed in the three main steps such as, so first one, inhalation, the process of taking in oxygen from the atmosphere. So it occurs as follows. The air is taken in the body through the nostrils where it is filtered by hairs and mucus. Then the air then passes down through the trachea. After this, chest cavity becomes larger due to the flattened diaphragm and lifted ribs. And then the air is sucked into the lungs and fills the alveoli. Second one is the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in alveoli. So the walls of alveoli contains an extensive network of blood vessels. So the sequence of exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide which occurs between the blood vessels and alveoli is listed. So here oxygen is taken up by blood from the alveoli to the blood vessels, and then the blood releases carbon dioxide into the alveoli that it brings from the whole body. So after this, hemoglobin in blood takes up the oxygen and carries it to the tissues which are deficient in oxygen. So oxygen is then transported to all the cells in the body by respiratory pigment and due to the diffusion pressure. And the last process is exhalation. It is a process of giving our carbon dioxide from lungs to the atmosphere. So it occurs as follows, like carbon dioxide is transported in dissolved from in blood, and then from blood carbon dioxide passes to the alveoli. So from there the chest cavity is compressed due to the relaxation of ribs and diaphragm. So and then the air is forced out of lungs to the atmosphere. So this is the mechanism of gaseous exchange in human beings. So I hope you enjoyed the session very well and acquired a lot of knowledge from this. And thanks for watching and goodbye.